In this video, I'm going to talk about the free website monitoring service Uptime Robot and how they saved us money and why you should be monitoring your websites too. Hey everyone, Pete Moore from TechMyStressAway.com, and for well over 10 years I've built thousands of websites ranging from lead generation and sales funnels, WordPress-based websites, e-commerce stores, membership sites and everything in between. This is real life experience I'm sharing with you and not just theory. So first let me just tell you that the video wasn't planned today. I've decided to shoot this just because of something that happened this morning. I thought it was going to be a good learning point for everyone, and also it was a great reminder for us on why we actually monitor our websites. So what actually happened was we were running a Facebook campaign going to one of the websites, which is for a free webinar. I received an email from Uptime Robot, and I actually didn't see it for like 27 minutes after they'd sent it, and it was telling us that one of the websites was down. Now, luckily enough, because I got this email, and it actually saved us money from the Facebook campaign, because as it turns out, our hosting was actually down for an hour and 40 minutes, I think it was. So they actually saved us well over an hour worth of Facebook ads going to the landing page. Like I said, it's just a reminder of really why it's important that you should have this. So especially for those of you that have got commercial websites or stores or basically selling anything online, why it's important to be monitoring that these sites are up. And especially if you're running Facebook, Instagram, Google type ads, or another scenario is if you run email marketing campaigns. So for example, let's say we sent out a broadcast this morning to one of our websites, and everyone that kind of went or clicked through, if you've done email marketing before, you know a big part of the battle is actually getting people to click. So imagine the people that actually do click go to a page that's down. So it's not going to look very good on you as a business, and really it's totally out of your control. But at least if you're monitoring your websites when they go down, you can really try and avoid or at least react to certain situations that happen because your website was down. I'm just going to show you the Uptime Robot service that we're using at the moment. It is part of running an online business. Sometimes web hosts do go down. The reason why ours went down today was because a piece of network equipment failed. A lot of hosts probably won't tell you if the hosting goes down, because obviously it creates a lot more support for them. They're going to get loads of questions, is it back up? How long is it going to be? So it just kind of puts extra pressure on them. So I kind of understand why a lot of hosts don't tell customers. Most of them do have status pages, but who's got time to be sit there watching kind of status pages? So it is really important that you use a service like Uptime Robot to monitor your websites. As we can see here on the screen, they give you 50 monitors, so 50 websites or pages or whatever, however you kind of want to monitor, that's checked every 5 minutes for free. And we was using the free service, which we are now going to go to the paid version, which is literally like, if I check on the price in here, I think it's about $50 a year. Yeah, so it's, if you pay annually, it's basically $54 for 1 year, so you get 20% discount. We're not an affiliate of Uptime Robot. I just thought it was only right we kind of give them a bit of a plug as a thank you. And if you're on the Pro plan, you get 1 minute intervals instead of 5. You can choose how many websites. Now, most people won't have more than 50 websites, so 50 is probably going to be enough. You get 20 SMS messages. So this is another reason why we're going to upgrade to the Pro version, because we can get a text message or we can get a voice call letting us know within a minute that the website's gone down, so we can react quicker. Obviously, I missed the email for 20 odd minutes this morning, so we could have saved even a bit more money. As it happens, at least we did get there in a reasonable amount of time. So you also get 12 months of logs. So what that means is they'll save 12 months of the website's been up or down kind of thing instead of 2 months, as you can see here on the left. And there's a couple of other things you can kind of look into if you're interested. But like I said, this is not about the pro version. This is just about the free version. So I'm going to go into the dashboard, and this is the dashboard of a free account that we've got. So as you can see here on the left, this is 6 websites that we're monitoring. A few of them I only added this morning when the hosting went down. It's a very clean interface, very straightforward. So I'll just quickly kind of show you. To add a new website, we just click on this Add New Monitor. This brings up the pop-up screen, and then you can choose your monitor type. So most people are going to be using this HTTP, which means basically you can put a domain name in that you want to monitor. You can do keywords, pings, or ports, but it's probably going to be HTTP for most. Friendly name is just the version that kind of shows you what the website is. So you could put the full domain name in there if you want to, or you can just put whatever you want just to identify it. Then here in the URL, this is where you put in the full URL that you kind of want to monitor. If you're using the HTTPS, if you've got an SSL on your domain, then make sure you put in HTTPS here, like that, and then obviously the rest of your domain name. You can actually change how often. So the minimum is 5 minutes. It'll check, but you can obviously make that more if you want it, if that's too much. But it shouldn't cause any performance issues or anything like that, or even affect the stats. And below there, you then need to select who gets contacted. So you can set, I'm not sure if there's a limit, but I've got 3 email addresses here. The first email address will be the one that you use to sign up the account for. So that's going to be like the main email address, and then you can add any others that you want, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But just make sure whichever ones you want to be notified, you make sure you tick the box here, and they'll all receive an email if the hosting goes down. One bit of advice I've got here is if you enter an email address that's linked to your hosting, if your hosting goes down, you may not receive that alert. So my advice would be to use one of the like free kind of email addresses, so Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, any of them kind of things. So it's not linked with your hosting, so you know you're going to get the notification. And then once you've entered all the information, you just click on Create Monitor. So I'm going to close that there. Now, if you want to add new contacts, if I click on my settings, actually I'm on my settings. No, I've got to go back to dashboard. This is a quick stats here. So as you can see here, I'm monitoring 6 websites. They're all up at the moment, so they're green. If it was down, they'd show here as red. And pause is if you decide to pause the monitoring, it'll show up on there. And then it kind of gives you an overall uptime. Now, obviously, these are a bit all over the place because I've only just added some of these monitors when they were actually down. So I'm not too concerned about these stats here, but just so you know, this is kind of like over the last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 30 days. And this is like the event log. So these are okay, means it's kind of 200 response, which means the website's up. If it's down, it tells you there and kind of how long it's been down for. So as I said, it's very, very straightforward. There's not a lot else I think I want to add there. All right, so yeah, so if we go scroll down here, if you've got the alert contacts, click on the add alert contact, and then as you can see here, there's quite a few different methods. The only one I've ever used is email, so I'm not sure about the rest, but you can actually get notified to Twitter, Slack, all sorts of options here. I don't know whether that's part of the free or paid, but let's just show you the email. If I click email, again, you can put a friendly name in if you want to just for your reference, the actual email address where you want to get the email sent to, and then you can actually say whether you want an email to receive an email, whether the website's up or down. Now you can choose only down or only up. Probably best off with up and down, just so you know whether it's, you know, when it does come back up, we click create alert contact, and then that will add them to your alert contacts there. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to kind of go through. Like I said, it's a very straightforward thing, but it is really important. So I hope it was a good learning point for everyone watching. If you found the video useful, please click the like button. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to be notified when I post other videos covering tech and internet business tutorials and tips, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you stuck with me to this point, I want to thank you for watching, and I really appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your day.